Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 9 of Wood and Stone. I'm Icon, and today I really hope we're going to finish the court. We still need a lot of money for doing so, but we're pretty much on a roll these days, so I'm pretty confident what's going on in that regard. The city has been growing in the last couple of episodes in a really great way, and very, very inclined to start picking up the gemstones. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, they don't care about gems. They do care about Scythalon. So that's a tad bit sad. So we'd be best mining that stuff, aren't we? Well, okay. So shouldn't we build a second Dondorian city then? I'd say. Yes, we do so. Alrighty. So we're going to set up a new outpost that's going to mine out the gems and the Scythalon for us. So we see here that a new janitor is urgently necessary, but I totally expected that. So let's start out with a janitor here. And we're going to copy ourselves a warehouse for down there as well, because you know we're going to store quite some goods there, and I feel like it's quite useful to have these. Okay, we got that. Now what we're going to copy on top of that, definitely the well and a hearth, you know. The usual suspects. This time I'm actually thinking about the hearth before I forget it. It's pretty good. Okay, well, we got a handful of odd jobbers, so I hope that the stuff will get done in time. Our city stretches out to a pretty far. I'm really curious to see how well or bad this will play out in the long run now. I've never had such a wide stretched city before. Oh, nobles, of course. We should appoint some nobles. Totally forgot. So, at Olivia Darkline, we can use, well, let's see, I think I should have 2 or 3 of them already. So, we're going to assign you to the, let's see, Master of Farms sounds pretty appealing because there's never ever anything bad with being good at that. Master of Industry sounds pretty decent too, because I think like we could use those refiners. But well, Slave Master? I feel like I haven't seen that the last time. The Master of the Mines? Well, not gonna take that on a Cretonian. That's just doesn't feel right. Okay, we're going to assign 1 Cretonian to the Master of Farms, and we're going to assign of course, a Dondorian as Master of Mines. But honestly, I think I'm going to start out with something else there. Refinery. Metal smelter, weaver, brewery, bakery, charcoaler. Yeah, we are going to pick those up. So, how many nobles do I have available for the city here? 3 nobles. I thought so. So we can assign another one. Well. Let's see. I should be able to filter out the nobles. So we have the Master of Farms and the Master of Refinery. Well, let's see. 5 years old. Now that's a good one. Master of Pain. Interesting what we can't hire there. So, yeah, let's put up the Master of Industry on top of that. Okay, this should add in some happiness into the city yet again, because, you know, people, they love their nobles, so now they have, yeah. This'll do a lot of happiness. Gosh, that's a big part of happiness. Wow. Nice. Okay. Cool stuff. That means we can expand our city if we want to, or not if we don't. Pretty nifty. So, yeah, well. Construction processes are getting done quickly enough for my taste. I was considering putting up a hauler there and speeding up things a tad bit, but we really don't need to. So let's pick up 30 more of your kind, and let's just say 20 more of this kind. So we have a really huge swath of odd jobbers available for us now. There we go. So we got the janitor now. That's really important. I don't like if my buildings are running decrepit. That's just nice. Okay. So really gotta be careful with our food stockpiles as usual, but with that amount of workers available, we just crank up the production ratios if necessary. Easy peasy. So yeah, we do have an oversupply of stone and wood. But usually I'd be saying export that, but in this scenario I'm not too interested, honestly. So we're going to put up all the services a human Cretonian or Dondorian being could possibly need here. But first things first, let's change up the warehouse accordingly. Still waiting for my cancel all button. But, you know. Okay, so first things first, we're going to put up a crate of booze, crate of bread, crate of all the basic foodstuffs that we could want, because, you know, that's just important. Then we're going to put up one crate of building materials, because our janitors will be grateful for that. And beyond that, well, you see, this place is for gemstones and for Sythalon. Beyond that, we'll see how this develops. So, the next building places now will be services here. We're going to set up a new lavatory, a new canteen, new apartments, everything. Because I don't want my workers to have to walk far if they have some needs. So, lavatory, we want a canteen too, you know. Set up everything accordingly, so... Where was it again? I know that I didn't build the canteen underground. That's the eatery. I don't want to run eateries anymore. We don't need to. We've grown past that. I just need to find where I put that frickin' canteen. Obviously, I put it somewhere else. There's the eateries. Come on, guys. I know that I had a canteen. I even have two. Ah, the other one is inside the mountain. I had one in the mountain. I forgot about that one, honestly. Okay, we're going to put up another canteen for this city, this part of the city. So we have lavatory, canteen, congregational spots. We're merely missing now some... What's it called again? Our sleeping spots, exactly. So now we're going to carve into the mountain like that. And then all the way to over there. The Sythalon mine will be a crazy, huge ordeal. This is really deep in the mountain. So we're going to copy one of those flat housing blocks there. Because none of these things that I've set up so far are producing noise pollution, so... Or people will not hate this at all. Okay, so let's let the dudes get this job done first, and then we're going to talk about follow-ups. We can now set up roads into the mountain. Or so I thought. Come on, carve out that one little blue dot there, guys. Please. Nope. They don't want to. No, they do. Okay. So, here we go. This is going to be the gemstone mine. I'm really considering to mine ore, too. We have Dondorians, after all, in the city, so... Okay. Let's wait a year or two and see how our food stockpiles are developing. We got a lot of money there. So how did the court turn out? Not done yet. Let's change that. Alrighty. So we're going to spend all the money for now. This will make parts of the population unhappy because, you know, the capitalists, they love if we have some money. But so, these parts are all getting done perfectly fine. So, yeah, we're back to exports now. I'm back to myself again. Going to export, and that's the fun part now, the clay that we're taxing. Yeah, all the clay that we're not going to need, I'm going to export now, because I can. So, just set up 2 export spots, because one for later, you know. And we're really just going to export the 10% too much again. Alright, we got Flat House. Ooh, it's running, it's totally out of service. So, yeah. Just like I thought, apartments and the like are very desired in our population. I pretty much expected that, honestly. So, let's put up some nice, nifty little torches here, you know. This is the part I like most about this game. The fact that you can really set these things up in a way that no city in this game is like the other. There's nothing worse with games like these for me than the feeling that every time I fire up a new map, it feels the same. That's really horrible for me. If that occurs, I quickly lose the interest in games like these. But this game does a really great job with that. So, we ain't got any awe. Yeah, lavatory provision providing is also better part in a better spot now. And here, grain farm. I wanted to copy this beauty here. I wanted to have a second grain farm of this dimension, because I feel like it's also time to produce alcohol. I'm a little bit all over the place today, do you notice? But there's just so many things that I want to get done all at once, and they're all pretty long-term projects, you know. So, for example, carving out the mountain here is a hell of a job, but we gotta do, you know. We really gotta do. So I want to pluck in some apartments here. And by the way, these guys, no way. They can't have a workload of 73% with these few things they got to accomplish there. Don't BS me. Canteen, we're going to put that on auto-employ too. I don't want to accidentally have too much workload on these. Well, those service buildings I love to auto-employ, honestly. easiest way of getting the right amount of people on there. Okay, so can't wait to get the grain farm going in a larger scale. We got 159 weapons. I think I overdid it a tad bit. We're, of course, better off forging tools. And we ran out of paper. We managed to run out of paper, friends. Good job. I'm proud of you. So, let's see. Stop that auto-employee crap and let that paper maker run on its full employee ratio. And let's see if we're still on a minus there or not. I mean, I'd be happy with a new paper maker. So we got 48 points of administration. So let's see. The loyalty here in the region is quite crappy. How so? Ah, the taxes are making them unhappy. I see. I honestly didn't know. So, let's see. We gotta bring up the loyalty rating somehow. So, well, we could increase the law. It would decrease production and population growth. But if we'd bring 2 points of infrastructure versus 1 point of law, I guess we can't do that twice, but this makes the whole order thing already a tad bit better. I like that. We can also notch down the taxes, you know, we don't need that much tax. It's not really necessary. What's important is the clay. You know what, I'm actually opting out on these taxes. This makes the people easier to handle. Okay, we leave it like that, but this way I can use my administrational power for more useful things. So let's see, sanitation is merely good for us, isn't it? Education decreases the population growth a tiny little bit, but it also increases the knowledge and the production, so let's do something like that. I mean, the good thing about administration is that you can change it up across the way again, so for the time being, I'll leave it like that. So, yeah, we actually have that many people there employed. Crazy. Okay, so I want to carve out this part of the mountain here as well. That's going to be rather complicated. But, well, obviously we want to carve out this part here too, so we can get the juicy coal vein. Well, I mean, you gotta keep those people busy somehow. At the end of the day, we do profit a lot from that. So, speaking about which, let's put up another flat house in here. Want to have a second one. How is it actually with noise inside the mountain? Tell me. Pretty fun. It ain't really a big issue there, but oh yeah, okay, it is a tad bit of an issue. I did a bad pot there. The flat house opposite of the charcoaler, right next to the other thingy there. Yeah, well. Okay. Let's do this. And I'm gonna bring up doors. And let's see how many apartments can we squeeze into this place. quite a lot if you ask me. Let's drop them down there. All those little boxes. Let's drop one box down there. And I think that's all we'll bring in there. But it's also enough. Carpets! Let's drop on in the carpets of coziness. Magical artifacts. Alright, we got all the stuff we need for this job. So let's see it done. Okay. Obviously, we're going to do a similar thing like that over there too. But, well, one thing at a time, my friends. One thing at a time. Hey, our court is finally finished. Nice. Beautiful. So, the next thing that we don't have now are the scaffolds. So, is that a central place for the city? No. The most central place that the city has so far would be somewhere around here. Alrighty guys, so let's set up the medieval entertainment park here. Complete with gallows, chopping blocks, and decorations. But this time, the decorations aren't for beauty, they are for fear. I don't know, it's feeling a tad bit weird to build something like that in my city, but whatever. We need to get rid of the prisoners a little bit. A quarter of them will be sentenced to death, and I think that's an actual pretty decent quota for those evildoers. Okay, well, food production is not going down at all. Quite the opposite is the case. Good stuff. I really am not complaining at all about that. Go on. It's just brilliant like this. Now, let's pick up some more dundos. We want some more dundos. What's that? Wrongful deaths? Minus 28 one day? Hell? Did I miss something? Must be a display bug in some way. They're drowned to people, but that can't be all of them. Yeah, what ifs. Let's not ponder about these things too much. It's definitely not worth my time. Alright, this pasture is not filled up yet. So. Hey, what happened with the paper? We seem to be on equilibrium right now, honestly. So, to me it seems like the paper maker is actually just holding out like that. So we might add up another one? I mean, after all, for all the scrolls we don't need. It's not a good sales ratio though. 5 each. Even vegetables fetch a higher price on the market. Nah. I don't feel like. Okay. Let's auto-employ on the scaffolds. So, how's the law feeling here in town? 17%. So... judgments. Alright. Our folks are feeling better about the situation as it is now. Good, good. Or, what do we have here? 3 executions, okay. So, since the court's now in session, we're trimming down our prisoners, huh? Okay. I don't mind. Look at there. The carving's getting done. So, let's see. Yeah. Just like I thought, these guys, they can really still use a new apartment with no problem. We also can use way more new spots, stages, and arenas. Even more arenas. I like the idea of that. Okay, well, the apartment block ain't done here yet. Okay, so thanks, but no thanks. Okay. So, as of yet, I really don't want to set up another apartment block on the other side of the mountain, simply because one thing at a time, you know, one thing at a time. But also, I don't want to set up the mining business without apartments on the other side. I really want the entire program of services there, and therefore we need to amp it up a tad bit more there first. Okay, well, I guess all the new building projects that I just have issued have overwritten this thing. Can't we activate? No, we can't activate the job, but there's no, you can't increase. Wasn't there an increased priority tool once? Am I stupid? Probably. Well, whatever. I brought this on myself, I guess, so it doesn't matter too much. Okay. I bet that the bulk of the workers is still sitting on these jobs, exactly. That's just hell of a job. That's just hell of a job. And we also have to put up the next one, and that's carving out a way outside there. So we don't have only one entry into the mountain. I don't feel like that's a smart thing to do at all, so we rather have another entry there. I get better with that. So now they're finally finishing this, after they have finished the insane road building project that I brought on them. Okay, let's see how the service happiness develops here. Also, I see a severe need of veg. So our folks are quite happily munching up the vegetables. Yeah, come on, guys. Why does this take so long? There we go. So for the service situation, this must be pretty blissful, but I bet it ain't enough. So what we're going to do, we're right away, right off the bat, picking up this thing. And where do we need to go? We're just going to place it down here. Dang it can't have walls there, huh? So... if I want to have it with walls, I need to redraw it a tad bit. Or we just accept that we... yeah, whatever. We're just going to set up doors in here. Here, there... and make it out of stone, folks. And we're just going to widen the the tunnel there. Ooh, just like that. Job's done. Alright. Let's check out the apartment situation. I bet that they don't have enough sleeping services. I have cranked up the population so many times. I can't believe that this is already enough. But we can actually put up a stage over here. Let's put up a bandstand here. Not on the fields, though. The pavilion. Well, we could also provide a pavilion now, but another time. Not this time. Look at these crazies. They actually set up mountain wall there. Okay. Thought we'd be building regular wall, but no. I don't really mind about that. What I do mind about, though, is since we stopped importing wood via taxes, we have to chop them on all by ourselves again. Alrighty, so folks, how's the service situation now? So, if you ask me, they'd be happier with even more, but for the time being, I'd leave it at that point. I think that's quite brilliant. We're now also able to set up the gemstone mine, but I'd say good stuff for the next episode. So thanks so much for watching, you all. We're really getting somewhere. I'm quite happy to see how far we got with this episode already. I mean, we really did make some nice progress there with the new mines. Although, well, the Syphalon mine will take a pretty long time until we get there. Anywho, drop me your comments down below. Leave me your thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course, consider subscribing. I'd be delighted to have you. And there's hundreds of videos up there. Go check them out if you wanna. I'd be happy if you did. Have a good time. See you soon. Bye-bye.